watch a show.
I will. As soon as, let me get this move done, and then
I think the move's taking too long. At least have your wife watch it. Maybe that's...
Yeah.
Women love this show. It's probably because of my boyhood frame.
She works
and
from home, so
my
she...
face. Look a lot younger than I am. So, all right.
Yeah.
I'm going to start this thing off.
Yeah.
Hey, everyone. Thanks again for joining This is episode 11.
11.
Of Omaha Sips and Tips with your realtor, Sean Lee at Nebraska Realty. And I appreciate you tuning in. Today, I've got a great guest, and we're going to try out some tasty whiskey. And, of course, we'll get to that here in a little bit. But why don't I introduce my guest, Dennis McClintock with...
Royalty Roofing Renovations.
Renovation.
Yes,
there's a lot of key.
There's a lot of
there's a lot of R's there, and there's a lot of key words there.
There is.
Yeah. Well, why don't you tell me a little bit about that before we get started? Tell me about you because you was telling me a story before we came in.
Yeah.
Then we'll open up some whiskey. We'll sip on it. We'll chit chat about the rest of it. So give me how'd you get hooked up with royalty?
Well, I got introduced to Nick Bermel, the owner. I was actually a homeowner. Living out in southwest Omaha, and hailstorm back 6-7 years ago, and I was just about ready to close, and my brother-in-law, who goes to church with Nick, and said, hey, just have this guy look at it, so make sure everything's good before you sign on that claim. And so he came out, and Nick did a phenomenal job, as he does always. And he helped me out. I got a lot more stuff covered than was originally going to be covered. So I'm sitting there. So I knew I was one of the first people in the whole sub-district there. And next thing you know, I had about 8 customers for Nick based off of that.
Is that right? Okay,
yeah.
Well.
So I'm talking to Nick, and I'm like, hey, I kind of like you. I've got a sales marketing background. I says, hey, do you think it'd be a fit for you? He says, let me think about it. So we went through this whole thing for a little while, and next thing you know, we worked out it, and here I am at Royalty Roofing.
So Nick came out to your place.
Yeah.
But now, was he running this business? Was he running it? He was just getting started.
Huh? No. He was already rocking and rolling.
Oh, man.
He started in 2010. He started in 2000.
Because I've been into the building over there.
Yeah.
And you guys do have some nice soirees.
Yeah.
And... by the way, I haven't had a soiree. Well, there hadn't been one for a while. I don't know what you roofing guys are doing. You expect to get busy? In the winter, it's great over there. But yeah. You know that's important that you say that because you had Nick come out right beforehand.
Yes, that's the key. Have a professional.
That's my tip.
That's the
Omaha
tip.
Sips and Tips. If you're going to call a roofer, and we're jumping right into this, people are getting real serious right now.
Yeah.
But don't call your agent first.
No.
Or make a claim.
Right.
You want to have a professional roofer come out, especially with the hail and things happening. We're in the prime time, right?
Wind can be a factor.
Okay, wind.
Yep, wind, hail.
And basically just an old roof.
Right.
Always have your guys come out first, professional.
Free inspections, no cost to the homeowner. You should do that even on your regular, every couple of years. Even if you don't have, just make sure everything's... Hey,
have them just get up there and check it out.
The most expensive part in your home was what?
Roof.
Yeah, because I hate water. So you don't want water.
People don't like water in their houses.
No.
They don't
Water's
like
not good. Not from the top or from the bottom.
So tip 1, if you don't know this or you're traveling, and this is when I bring this up, if you're traveling from a different state, you can always listen to this. It's a lot better if you watch it because there's always such good-looking people on here. And but you can listen to it on Amazon and Spotify and all kinds of cool stuff.
Awesome.
You just listen to a bunch of people rambling, right? Just about stuff and then drinking crazy stuff.
Yeah.
So, but that's your first tip. Always call a professional. And in this case, call a professional roofer if you get hail, wind, bad storm, you just don't know what's going on.
Right.
Have them come out there. These guys know exactly what they're supposed to do, and they'll tell you if you need to file a claim.
Exactly.
I know I've had clients before that they call their agent, and their agent just doesn't tell them, hey, have a roofer come out. They just let them file a claim.
They file it.
And a whole street will get roofs Roofs, or roofs? Is that?
Hey, it's however, man. It just depends.
What do you say?
Depends how many of those you got.
But they didn't get a roof, but everybody had the signs in the yard saying, hey, and definitely keep it local, folks. I
got another tip for you.
Give
right there.
So, well, that's what I was gonna say. I didn't know if I should pop this.
Hey, let's do it.
Let's pop this. Let's pop this because that's a good one. That's tip number 2. So stay tuned. Hey, folks, have you ever had it? You never had it, right?
No, I've not had that.
This is Cut Spike. Okay, this is a local distillery here in Omaha, Nebraska. Cut Spike, American single malt whiskey, cask strength, and I've opened this ahead of time. I don't know. Yep. I know you haven't watched any of these shows, but we did have a little struggle trying to open one of these. That's why I opened it before we came down.
Good.
Cask strength, 110 proof. I don't know what that means, but we're gonna write this too. It's gonna be awesome.
Find out.
Single malt whiskey, unproofed and unblended.
Unblended.
Bro, it's gonna be good. And it says right here, Denver International Double Gold. Yeah. This is cast in 2017. This is gonna be good.
Yeah.
It sounds good already,
when
right?
You got a double gold, it's got to be good.
Barrel number 151, bottle number 47 out of 113, distilled and bottled Cut Spike Distillery, and I'll have their name up. I should have mentioned that too for you and your boys here at Royalty Roofing and the right number. Give it the one that they should call if people have on the bottom. I'll have it, on the bottom. But Cut Spike Distillery, good. This is going to be good stuff. We were just out talking to some people before we came in here, folks, into the studio. This is a pretty cool studio, right?
It's awesome studio, man.
It's nice.
Never done this. This is cool.
One kid, he sets his stuff up. He's like,
It's all
we're
good.
on air. I got my thing flashing. We got a new rolly thing. Hey, folks, this show's production level is going up. It is going up. Yeah. 10 shows. You get to number 11, it just tipped the scales.
That's it.
But this Cut Spike Distillery, we're going to try it neat. Isn't that what that guy said? We're just, which means we're just going to pour it in and we're going to take a little sip here.
Throwing a little cube on there?
Yeah, why don't you? You know what? Why don't we'll throw a cube on it in a second.
Oh, okay.
You're looking for the cube. We're going to try it neat. I think that's without cube.
Okay,
we're just going to. We want to taste it fresh,
right,
folks. Check it out. Cut Spike. Papillion, go out there. I'm going to put the address up. Go check these guys out.
Yeah, awesome.
I'm sure it's going to be good, but this is neat. We're just going to taste it up front without ice. So there's a little water in there.
There you go.
We'll just take a little sip. We're not shooting these.
No. That's why it's sips and tips, right?
Again. Oh, geez, that looks like way. We're going to add a cube to that, folks.
See, he's a bigger unit guy than me, so he's got to have a little more.
Yeah, is that right?
Yeah, that's it.
Yikes. We'll add something to that. But before we take a sip, what was that other tip you wanted to get to?
Tip number 2. If you're involved in a storm.
Okay, yeah. Because we got them
when
coming
a storm happens, you get all these guys knocking on your door. Don't sign a piece of paperwork because if you read the bottom line, if you sign that, then that's telling that you have to go with those people. So if let's say you wanted to get 3 bids, I always say you should get 3 bids.
Okay.
Right? It doesn't hurt to get 3. That way everybody, it's an education process on top of it.
Okay.
So it's called a contingency, and if you sign that, those guys now are going to do the work for you, and you can't. You can go get another bid, but if they're lower, you can't. You're done.
You can't get out of it.
You can't. It's basically a binding agreement. So I would not do that.
So you're saying basically the tip is, listen, don't sign anything until you find someone. And number 2, local. But it doesn't matter what state you're in. It's probably the same in every state.
Right.
Because these guys do jump, and sometimes they will set up an office.
Oh, a lot of them set up an office.
Let's say you come from a different state. I'm not going to say any states because I don't want to badmouth any states, Texas. Right. But, should I say Iowa? I know you're a Hawkeye fan.
Yes, I am.
So, so
that's
Texas,
another
Oklahoma.
story.
Come up here. We won't get into it, but maybe we will.
Maybe.
We haven't had the whiskey. I haven't mentioned Uber yet.
No.
We I might need an Uber. We both have things to do tonight, so
Yeah,
we got to get out of here. But
Yeah.
if you try to keep someone local, so there's actually somebody. A lot of people will say, "Yeah, we're local," but they just opened up a PO box or an office
We'll
here.
get a
So
PO box. And that's
Royalty
right. Yep.
actually has standing building. Your supplies are there. Everything's there. And you know what?
Tip number 3.
Well, let me
Okay.
let me first say, keep
Are we
keep it local on the. Yeah, we got to get there. Everything's
Yes,
happening.
keep
It's
it
so
local.
fast. It's so good. It's so smooth because people are like, they like a lot of entertainment right up front. Okay,
There you go, man.
but keep it local as far as roofing for sure. And we'll talk about
especially
more
the size
stuff.
of town of Omaha. Because there's enough there.
There's enough people here, folks.
Yeah, do
Find
your
somebody
research.
who's do your research. Yes.
It's a big investment. I mean, it's the biggest investment.
Keep it local
Besides-
with roofer.
Yeah.
It's a big investment. And if
Warn
you don't know somebody, call your agent. Your realtor. I mean, first of all, your insurance agent sometimes knows a lot of local people, but yeah, your realtor. If you just bought a home, or if you moved in, or you're thinking about moving, my people that have been around 4 or 5 years, if I want you to call me and let me know, hey, or you bought a home 8 years ago, however
Right.
long it is, call me. I know a lot of local people, and one of them is done this here with Royalty Roofing, so we do have that.
Right.
So that's it. Well, you had another
Tip 3
There's
is
so many tips
tied
that are
right
coming
to that.
out.
Right to that, though.
Okay.
Right to that. There's a little thing called Google, right?
Google.
Maybe go out there and go Google
Yeah.
and look. We right now have 208 5-star reviews.
Okay. I mean,
Off
that
of
says a
Google.
lot.
So that's a lot of customers.
That's a lot of
that,
customers.
And we're a relationship company. So, we don't pay people to go out there and do that like some people do. I don't, I won't say names or anything, but, it might happen. Might have happened once or twice.
I know that's how it works. I mean,
So we take great pride in that. And, we're just, we're all built on relationships with homeowners. Nick built the company when he bought it and developed in 2010. And he said, hey, here's my deal. I'm going to go out and I'm going to start hooking up with realtors
yeah.
and insurance agents
Realtors
and build relationships with those people and use those as a referral. And then if you do a good job, people spread. That's still the best form of advertising. I don't care. I mean,
Word of mouth.
money-wise,
Word of mouth.
Word of mouth is, priceless, as they say. So,
That's it.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's take this. Now, this is neat. We were just
Neat.
educated before.
Yes.
I thought you were a whiskey guy.
No.
So let's. This has more whiskey than yours, but let's cheers. We're just tasting this straight. Let's get it.
That's wine you're supposed to.
Don't wind up the esters. Just. It smells delicious.
Smells good, man. Ah, that's nice and smooth. That's good. Wet your whistle. Wet your
You know
whistle,
what?
babe.
That's such a.
That's good.
You know what? That'll warm you. That'll warm your ass up. I'll tell you right now. Wow, that's
good.
pretty.
Could be dangerous.
I mean, that's right. It could be a Uber call. Whew. That is good. Of course, now we're gonna add. I'm gonna add those cubes
Yeah.
in spheres.
Well, I'm gonna take another one then.
Let's take another one just to get that off.
Yeah.
And this is not a shooting whiskey. I was just telling somebody because I do a lot of
really
local. Really is
That's really
nice, isn't it?
It is nice.
You could sip this all night. Cut spike. Wow, that's good.
I'm gonna go out and get a bottle of that.
Really?
Yes.
One of the finest. You know what it says? Hand selected by our distillers. That'd be cool. Each batch of cut spike,
all you
single
guys
barrels,
out there,
unique,
if you are in the
individual
little
oak cask.
go, yeah, it's wonderful.
It's really nice.
I don't even know if we need an extra, to be honest with you. But
Bro,
I'm just saying.
we both have stuff to do
Yeah.
tonight, folks. We can't. This will air in the morning. This is the late afternoon here at the studio. Okay, and So it's okay. We're not actually doing this at 10 a.m. So we would have done this a few days beforehand, which is why we're talking about storms, because eventually storms are going to come up and come
Last
here.
year was June 7th.
Is it?
It was June 7th. It was a big storm. People didn't realize how big it was. That whole south.
I'm just so glad I didn't get hit, because I'm so thankful for that.
Yeah, it was. We were on over 400 houses.
Is that right?
Yes, last year.
I'm gonna add the cubes.
Yeah.
We need to add the severe balls. Yeah. We're adding severe balls. Go ahead. What else you got on the? You got a nice list.
Well, I would
I'll
just
let people know.
Well, while you're doing that,
You do that. Let me just
can I cover some of the awards that royalties won?
I had them written down. I
got
some of them down too.
Yeah,
Okay,
shoot,
yeah, go
I got
ahead.
it. Yeah. Yeah. So, there's a thing called the Best of Omaha, and we didn't even start participating in that till about 4 years ago, and so we've won Best of Omaha the last 4 years. So we're pretty proud of that. They do a good job, and you're going to customers basically are voting for you, so we're pretty proud of that one. The next one was we were the Small Business of the Month for the Omaha Chamber. That was in April of 2020, back in that COVID kind of thing, And then Nick, and this is it's called the Integrity Award by the BBB here in town.
Yeah, I saw that. 2018, right?
2018.
Okay.
And there is a lot that goes into winning that. That's your reputation, basically, and your name out there. So
I saw all that stuff, and it's a great website if you haven't been there. And of course, I'm gonna stream it. I'm gonna put it on the bottom here. But if you need to, and you can do a lot of things on the website. First of all, it tells all your services, which we'll talk about.
Give some products. Give some
awards.
Yep.
I mean, everything's on there.
Yep.
Not only that, you could say, "Hey, I'm just interested in having someone look at my roof."
Right.
You just click that little button. The little things on the left.
Yep.
Just so you know.
Yeah.
It's a good website.
Yeah, it's a pretty interactive website.
Yeah.
User-friendly.
User-friendly, smooth.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, Integrity 2018, I'm familiar with all those too because we've been in a group for a while.
Yeah.
I'm glad you joined the group. These are nice sphere balls.
Those little balls.
You know what? You need a little of this poured over the top.
Right over that. Yeah.
Look, folks, tell me this. I don't know.
There you go.
I already had more in mine. And it is good. And again, I am not a big time, hard. But it smells delicious and it looks good. And these sphere balls are great. And these glasses. I don't know if you watched the first episode of this show.
No, but I'm
liking that glass. Plastic solo cups were used. And
all of them working in number 11.
We're 11. You see look at this. Uptown. I mean, we've got this. I could have done this.
Look at that.
Check this out. I've got the on-air thing, and we've got a spinny, lazy Susan. Things are getting real good here.
You're uptown now, man.
Everybody's going to want to be on this show.
Well, I would be. Why wouldn't you?
How about, let's taste it with this cubes. She was right out there. Because she said neat. You taste it.
Yeah, it's different.
It is definitely.
It's different.
I
like
enjoy it.
Yeah,
you know what?
It's all good, man.
We're going to skip out on the things we got going. We're just going to sip that cut spike whiskey. And
that's good stuff.
This is the blue. Man, this is good. Golly, we're going to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, but again, I don't think I've ever made it almost to the end without saying it's really good. I don't know where the numbers go. I write them down, I pop them up on the thing, but it's not like there's like a God, it's good. And it has really affected the flavor a little bit.
Yes.
Wow.
It has
delicious.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
What else you guys got over here? So when I'm on there, you do roofing. We got that down.
Yeah.
Roofing and gutters generally the same deal.
There is 2 things on roofing. So we do residential, obviously.
Yeah.
But we do light commercial also.
Okay.
So we can do flat roofs. We do apartment complexes and all that kind of stuff also.
Okay, so people people out
So
there
on the
have that?
commercial side, we're working both sides of it. So we've got some new products coming out with coatings and stuff that we're jumping into. That if you're in that commercial flat roof and all that, it's a nice new type of products that we can get into, and so we're jumping into that full steam ahead. So.
Okay.
But yeah, so obviously that
growing.
But
This place growing.
we
So it's
are,
good.
So to get some of these other titles, you have to do a lot of training from the manufacturer. So we're a preferred vendor or installer for James Hardy Siding, which is top notch.
Okay, so you do siding too.
Top
okay.
notch. I mean, obviously you do vinyl and all that, but if you want some of the good stuff, James Hardy Siding is really, really good.
Okay.
So we're one of their top guys here in town. So we're CertainTeed master installer. We do windows, and virtually we can go from a vinyl window to top of the line window, whatever you want to do there. So our next one is tied into that roofing side. So you have your asphalt stuff, but we go into a lot of these newer areas. HOAs. If you go in there, they're going to say, hey, you can only do the top-notch asphalt, or you got to do a Da Vinci. And so the Da Vinci is the composite, high-end, just top of the notch, type of roof. Not cheap.
Yeah.
But it's just, so we're a master preferred vendor installer for that. And so we've done a lot of those over the last 5 years. And so we, gutters obviously tie into the whole thing, windows. Basically, we may not do it, but let's say, you need concrete work or you need some painting done. We have a great gal that owns their company that ties into painting, inside, outside. We can get you just about anything as far as that.
So that was the one thing I was going to bring up, because a lot of people just do roofs, or they just do roofs. But this is royalty roofing and renovations. That's a key.
Yes.
So you can do it all. So sometimes people just think, geez, well, they're just a roofer. Mm-hmm. But you guys can do the whole.
Right.
You can do everything.
And training's big, because we warranty all that. So our personal company warranty for workmanship is 5 years.
Okay.
Which is probably better than most people around in here. So, depending, no doubt, whatever, the roof, you buy a certain asphalt, it's a 20-year shingle, right? Or you got a Da Vinci that's guaranteed for life as long as you do, blah, blah, blah. But our own personal work, we guarantee with our workmanship for 5. So we stand by it. We're very proud of that. And you know what? If there's a problem, we're going to take care of it, I always said in my business before this, I was in the manufacturing business and for 28 years and all that. And so sales, customer service, all that. I said, hey, nobody does it perfect. Nobody. Car manufacturers don't do it.
Yeah. I just had a recall done on my vehicle.
They got computers. They've got, all that stuff.
Right.
Doing it. Robots and you're still, so nobody's perfect. And, when you're in the labor world, things happen. Crews don't show up, whatever. But I always say, if you take care of a customer service problem the right way, you'll have the best customer you ever had. Because they say, hey, I know if I have a problem, he's going to take care of me.
That's what people need to be looking for.
And that's how you build loyalty and integrity and all that good stuff. So
yeah. What else? Listen. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
I want to do one other thing?
Yeah. Go ahead. I just what? Because this is like a show that people like. It's like a TV sitcom.
There you go.
We got some characters on here. Hey man, I really like that Dennis dude, the dude that's down to earth. Well, yeah, we can talk about whatever you want.
Yeah,
we can talk about golf.
Well, royalty. That'll be.
I know
you gotta sneak that in. We got.
I'm sorry, we're not gonna sneak it in.
Okay,
we're not gonna sneak. That's too long. But go ahead, tell me what else you got.
Okay, so when Nick started the company, he's always been
what's
very good.
It's Nick
Bermel.
Bermel.
Yeah, Bermel.
Okay.
And his wife Nikki.
Yeah.
and they're very big in giving back, partnership, and being in the community. So we're heavily involved in a lot of different, and it's really big.
Before we
Really.
start, you finishing, I was just going to, because I was going to lead you down this road, but you're so quick on me, it's almost like you've got someplace to be. Okay.
Oh, heck no.
Okay, so tell me about it. That was what
you like, man. Right?
I mean, I was just like, I'm going to try to lead this into something else, but you're like, you know what? I got one more thing. Okay. Yeah, so what do they do with the community? Go
I'm
ahead.
just going to kind of list them out.
Yeah, just throw it out.
So,
Let's hear it.
we've been with Habitat for Humanity,
Okay,
Open
perfect.
Door Mission, the Lydia House, YES, which is Young Emergency System. You probably know that from your background.
Long time ago, yeah.
Heartland Hope Mission, the Food Bank for the Heartland, Hope Center for the Kids, the Abide Network, which is down in North Omaha.
North Omaha,
Helping out
I should have
kids
somebody,
and,
I know some folks.
Yeah, I bet you do.
If you're watching this and you made it this far in the video, Abide folks, give me a call. We'd love to have you on this show, and we'll sip
you
something.
You got to get the man on there from Abide on here.
Yeah,
he'd love coming on here.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll give him a butt.
Let him know.
I'll
let him know. Tell him, hey, this.
Yeah.
Will he have a sip of something? I mean.
Oh yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I can't speak for him, but
It's local. I mean, this is it. This is the community. This is the Omaha, Nebraska. So what else?
The Veterans 50-mile March. I don't know if that's kind of the newer one in the last 3 years, but it's. Are
you talking like military veterans?
It's for the vets. They raise money. What they do is they go to Lincoln. They start there on Friday night. And there's a group of them that's starting a very small group. Man, they've grown in 3 years tremendously. And they walk from Lincoln. They leave the state capitol office.
Okay.
And they walk to Omaha on Highway 6.
You know what? I may have heard something. Okay, wow.
Yeah. So we know those guys, and they're doing a great job. And it's just in 3 years, it's grown tremendously. And then we always do the bell ringing for Salvation Army at Christmas time. So
look at you guys.
Yeah. So
and this is the whole company.
We got everybody out there. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we have 12 days of Christmas
things.
where we go to every one of these every day. We go to a different one. So.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, and we'll go. We put cans in boxes and all that one day, and then we'll go. Habitat will go work down there. We'll feed
folks,
food.
I mean,
whatever,
come on. That's you know what? If you
but Nick's really big about that.
If you're gonna deal with a roofing company and renovations, folks, and you've made it this far. People are really starting to catch on, so I don't want Nick to feel like no one's watching this back part. But normally during the front part, we're keeping people, and then they watch it later because these do tend to get a little bit, the 28, 30-minute mark. But I do have the little logo going on at the front, so maybe that's it. It's taking all that time, but man, it's fantastic. Yeah, I'm really impressed. Two things. One, I'm a realtor, so I think I would definitely use you guys for sure. Secondly, I'm so glad we haven't had any hail, and I know that's probably or bad storms. So that's another thing that I'm thankful for. But if something should happen, we should definitely give royalty.
We appreciate that.
Yeah. What else you got? I mean, I got folks, we've only hit this part of this list. This is the biggest list I've ever seen on this show.
Hey, it's called preparation.
Dude, you're the most prepped guy I've had on this. All right, what am I missing? Is there something else?
We're
we've done the best.
Talk about golf.
We can't switch to golf now. It's just too much. You know what? Tell me a little bit about you, because
I will. That'd be good.
You're married? Yeah.
I'm married. Yeah. We've got 2 boys.
Yeah.
And we have 2 granddaughters. So we're big baseball guys.
Okay. So
you
like some baseball?
Both our boys played baseball. Went to Miller West. Both
Okay.
played in college. I'm a big baseball fan. We coached them all growing up. That 8 through 14 crazy stuff. And
I did that too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. 35-year plus season ticket holder for the College World Series.
Is that right? Matter of fact, we talk about this some more. I'm in for some tickets. Just let me know what I owe you, as long as it's not over $20. So
that might get you your
what?
When you go to the beer
Those
and order
seats
2 beers.
are hot.
I don't know
where you're at. So
I know. But you walk up, you get in the shade, and come back out. But you're right there on the field, 3 rows up, man.
All right.
You can hear them talk.
35 years, College World Series.
Oh, I love
You know,
college
this is another beautiful thing about Omaha.
Yeah,
the College
people
World
should
Series.
never.
It's awesome.
I mean, if you haven't been out there, you got to go out there. I
Oh.
mean, obviously, most people probably have, but you know,
At least one time.
It changed a little bit when we went from Rosenblatt to downtown.
But
it's all
still
good.
pretty nice. It's
Oh my
cool.
gosh,
It's an
just-
awesome stadium, awesome people, good, good
we
food
just meet
and
so
stuff.
many
And
new people all the time. We got our same spot, you know, and so
I think, you know what, if you talk about local people, right, and you go down there, but if you talk about local people, there's nothing better than going down there with somebody from one of those southern states, and I'm talking
my
about
gosh.
who've brought a bunch of crawdads, and they're
Oh,
they're
you'll see
cooking, they're
everything
boiling
down.
them up. Yeah, it's a wild, folks. So if you haven't done it, do that too. And you know what? I would take some of this cut.
Hey, for all you
spike-
non-Omaha fans that are watching out there, come
to
it's
Omaha.
Father's Day starts Father's Day weekend.
That's right. Father's Day weekend, get you some cut spike whiskey.
Yeah.
And
Keep it out the tailgate. And you'll be the hit.
you know what? You're serious. You know what? And the thing is, this is such an affordable whiskey.
Really nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like $180 for a bottle. Like you're talking these local guys. You distill this up. You go in there. You support these guys.
Yeah.
Great deal.
Great product, man.
Nice.
Great product.
Yeah. We're gonna cheers this thing
Cheer
up
it up.
again. But yeah. So you're married. You got the kids. You got everything else. I mean,
got grandkids. Yeah.
grandkids.
So gonna
Just bought a house.
Oh,
You-
yeah.
and you know what? That's the important thing. You know what? You just bought a
Yeah,
house.
you're a
You didn't
realtor.
use me. I'm a realtor. Yeah.
I know.
But no,
Unfortunately,
you,
I had one from a long time for a long,
Folks,
long time.
that's
you,
the beauty.
You're
Yeah,
always
that's
good
the
about
beauty.
that. You're always good about that.
that's the beauty. You should have a
So
realtor.
that's a true professional when
You know
you
what?
say that.
Well, I appreciate that, but at the same point, that's the thing. You know, if you have a realtor, you should really, and they've been good to you. That's a tip. You know,
Right.
that person
That's a
should
good
be
tip.
on your. I don't want to say they should be on your list.
Right.
I got a financial planner. I got
Exactly.
a lawyer. I got my realtor. I got my, hopefully you use a realtor every year to buy a new house. But if you don't,
But we need houses in Omaha.
happy we do. But if you don't, you should have a realtor at least on your list. Somebody
Right.
you can,
Definitely.
you can talk to, and that's
that's
good.
The biggest purchase you make in life.
That's perfect. Whoever you use, don't throw them on this show. I don't want to give him any credit. But it is a
I'm
him.
not.
It is a him, right? I mean, you told me before it is a him.
It's a him.
Okay, well, I mean, don't give him any credit, but at the same point, you've known this somebody.
Yeah.
You've held on to it. They did you good service, and that's the point. You need to have a realtor who's going to do that for you and be
Right.
professional and keep it up, and that's a cool thing. And that I think everybody should have that.
Oh, everybody should have them.
Yeah,
You gotta
yeah.
have a trust. I mean, it's the biggest purchase you
The
make.
next thing you know, you're calling people out of the blue.
Yeah.
Talk to somebody to get it done.
Just like we talked
Keep
about.
somebody and just save
Talk to
them.
professional realtors before you go do.
Yeah.
Go talk to them.
All right. Well,
Can we talk about Florida or no?
You know what? Real quick, and we'll rate this and we'll end it up. The local guy. I mean, you're getting close to. I mean, you want to go to Florida.
That R word. Yeah.
Let's call it retirement.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
I thought
Somebody
it was called
just
fun.
You know what's funny?
I
If
thought
you
it was
watch
called
this
fun.
show, yeah, it is. If you watch this show, I just talked to a financial planner. I think you know her too, Jenny, with gin. We had some gin from Scotland,
Okay.
but I think it's just to play Jenny and gin. Anyway, she said she loved talking to people who can use the word, and I tell them, hey, you could retire anytime. You have
Right.
nothing to worry about. And here you are bringing it up then the very next day saying, not next day, folks, it's been a week or more, saying, I'm getting close to the big R word.
Retirement has nothing to do with your age.
All right, there you
It
go.
has zippo to do with your age.
I-
And if your retirement person doesn't say that to you, then get a different one.
No, I'm kidding, people. I'm kidding.
Just
well,
stay-
you know what? Let's get to this whiskey. Let's rate this whiskey. What do you give this?
Oh,
I mean, it's
oh man, that's good, man. That's a
scale
top-notch
1 to 10.
me.
I say people 1 to 10. I mean,
Well,
what
I'm not an expert, but I'm going to give it a 10, man.
all right, 10. I'm gonna give it a 9.
Okay.
It's
9 and 10.
delicious.
It's delicious.
9, I don't know. It's great
Just
with the
find
ice
your local
balls
guy.
or not.
Oh,
I mean,
neat
ice
was good.
balls or not. Neat.
Neat
We
was
like
good.
the neat. We like the.
You like them both?
We'll take it.
Yeah.
Well, do you have anything other interesting? The key is call Royalty Roofing
We
if you have
appreciate
any
that.
questions, concerns about your roof, any gutters. Hey, maybe you just need a renovation done. Give these guys a call. They're going to be able to help you out. Local, great awards. I did see the integrity, so I'm glad you brought that up.
Yep. You know, and we kind of know how, you know, the realtor world works, because most time when we get a call, you guys are closing on a house, right?
Most of the time, yeah.
Most of the time.
Yeah, I mean,
You know,
you got to have things.
And so we turn it pretty quick. I mean,
Okay.
so we'll find, out of our 6 guys, we're going to find somebody that can get there for you within 24 hours. You guys just tell us, hey, we're closing, man. We got to get this done. We'll move schedules. We'll do whatever we got to
Okay.
do to help you guys out, you know.
Hey,
So that's a big part of our business.
And you
relationship.
mentioned that you saw Royalty Roofing and Dennis McClintock on this show, and they're going to treat you even super extra right.
Crown your home with royalty.
Yeah, that's right. Crown your home
Crown your
is that
home with royalty.
Is that the term?
That's
Crown
it.
your
That's-
home with
that-
royalty.
that's
Let's
it.
do it. That's a
Yeah.
good ending.
That is.
Hey, folks, listen, I'm Sean Lee, Nebraska Realty, Omaha Sips and Tips. Hopefully you keep watching this show. Like and subscribe and get out there and shop some of these local places. They're fantastic.
Fantastic.
Take care, everybody.
Thank you.